So for my last video of 2019, I wanted to share this quick preset with you. It is in the ballpark of the George Lynch sound on the Back for the Attack album, at least for the Kiss of Death part. I also was messing with Night by Night, which has always been one of my favorites. Really cool one. So this preset is based off of preset number 9. I was messing with that last week with that quick little less than a minute kind of thing I played. So this is based off a 1970 Plexi. It says Plexi 100 watt. There's a few different scenes. I've deleted that and kind of just kept it at this Plexi 1970 setting, which was scene 3 on preset 9, I believe. And of course I changed the cab out, added a drive pedal. George is known to use, I think, a DS1. They don't have that in the Fractal. He's also known to use the Tube Screamer and a Boss GE7 graphic EQ. So I've done just a slight modification as far as bump in some of the frequencies on the output EQ of the amp block. And I've added this TS808, which is based off of a TS9 pedal. It's not an 808 pedal. And for the cab, I basically A-B'd the song Kiss of Death and went for these two factory cabs, 448 and 424. Remember, there's a lot of things that go into a recording on an album, from experimentation with different mics and cabinets, and the amps themselves are different than what I'm using in the Fractal. So, you know, this is kind of just my interpretation, and it's not a live preset. Don't crank it up and expect for it to come through. I haven't dialed it in at a loud volume like I should if I'm going to do something for live use. And it's not something I would use live anyway because it's just kind of in the style of. So this here is a Sir Standard. I swapped out the SSH Plus, the factory pickup they put in these, to a Thornbucker Plus. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of variables here that affect this tone. But like I said, it'll get you somewhere in there. On the amp block, I went back in here to kind of simulate. I could have put a graphic EQ block in here, but I just went to the output EQ and just bumped up a couple of frequencies here. I've got a large plate. There's another guy, another YouTuber out here. I don't want to butcher his last name, but his name is Rocco, and he's all over the forums from a long time ago. He's got a great preset that he did. I tried to kind of, I discovered that one last night. I tried to import it, but it didn't quite translate well, so I just used my preset. As far as the amp settings, treble drive I turned up. There's a lot of grit and high end in the tone anyway. So these are just based off what I felt right, you know. Some of the stuff you may want to just turn the drive off. It does clean up nicely by rolling the volume back. So there you have it. There's my little contribution for the end of the year, my little take on a George Lynch style preset. So go have fun, go tweak it, go make your own, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about it, and you guys have a good rest of the year, and we'll see you in 2020.